Happy Tuesday! I am Phil Osophical, and this video is called Reconnecting with Food. I personally absolutely love food, and it excites me so much to share my excitement about food. And in our modern dominant culture, I feel we become very disconnected from food. For example, I grew up eating lots of packaged food, Doritos. I rarely went to a farm and actually saw where food came from. If you ask most little kids, they think food comes from a grocery store, but really it comes from the earth, it comes from plants, it comes from animals. And so I feel it's really amazing and inspiring and powerful to reconnect with our food. And there's so many amazing ways to reconnect with food, which is exactly what I'm going to highlight in this video. And an easy way to remember how to reconnect with food is L.O.M.Y, L-O-M-Y. So L.O.M.Y stands for local, organic, mindful, and yummy. And all of these things are just recommendations, things that I do. I'm in no way an absolutist. I think the best is to explore all of these foods and ways of reconnecting with food on your own. But L.O.M.Y is an easy way. Those are some things that I love to include. So the first one is local. The ideal way to get food locally is to grow it yourself, which I have only started this year. I grew a few tomatoes and a few greens, but it was amazing to really grow my own food. Recently I've been harvesting some veggies from other friends' farms, and that's been really nice. But you can also get local food from all sorts of local farmers. You can get a CSA. Just getting food locally is an easy way to save money. It's an easy way to empower local farmers instead of giving your money to corporations. And the food is fresh. And it also reduces the carbon footprint of, instead of your carrots traveling 400 miles or 4,000 miles even, they're grown close by, and they're so much more nourishing. If you get food when it's fresh out of the ground or off the plant, it is so much more nourishing. It has life force. It's buzzing with deliciousness. It's just awesome. So that's the first one, local. And I'm going to highlight the other ones as I just show you some of this food that I set up here in a nice smiley face. So the second one is organic. And organic or natural, I think, is a often confusing concept for a lot of people. And I think that organic as a concept has only been around for maybe 50 years or so. And there's an interesting bumper sticker that says, "I eat organic food," or what my grandma calls food. Because non-organic food has only been around for maybe 50 years, We only started putting these crazy chemicals and fertilizers and additives into our food in the dominant culture industrial food system which we now have. So I highly recommend reading the ingredients of what's in your food, and really my best way to find organic or natural foods is to have few simple ingredients, all of them being natural, and ideally having them as close to their natural state. So at one side of the spectrum is an apple fresh off the tree, and that's the most organic you can get. And then the whole other side of the spectrum is an artificially flavored green weird looking lollipop, and that's the artificialness which doesn't nourish our bodies. It may trick our tongues into thinking we're getting pleasure, but the rest of our bodies are suffering. So back to L.O.M.Y, we got local food, organic food. Those are amazing ways to reconnect with food. The next one is mindfulness. eating food mindfully and really enjoying every bite. And that also includes mindful cooking, which I've been getting into, and really enjoying chopping all these ingredients. And I feel that part of mindfulness is knowing where your food came from, and that ties in with organic and local. And by the way, I think a common misconception is that in order to eat healthy, you have to spend lots of money, but I feel that is completely false, and there are many ways to reduce your food bills by eating locally, organically, and mindfully. And the last one is yummy, L-O-M-Y. I think it's crucial that we make nourishing, delicious foods. It's crazy. Some people are like, oh, you got to eat healthy. You're going to have these boring salads. But all these foods that I've laid out here are so yummy, and that's why I'm so excited about them. So just to highlight some of these foods that I've gotten from, some of them fresh from the garden. The eyebrows up there are collard greens, fresh from the garden. The nose is a piece of corn, fresh from the garden. Then we've got some stuff from the farmer's market, like that. This is sauerkraut, which is something you can make on your own. It's pretty simple to make sauerkraut. These are from local farmers, sweet potato, an apple. And a lot of people think to eat healthy you have to go vegetarian or vegan. I've explored a lot of those different diets. I think the best is to experiment and see what works for you. But I eat meat very occasionally. I do consume eggs pretty often. These are fresh, wholesome, delicious local eggs from Happy Chickens. And this is wholesome, delicious local milk. It's like a completely different experience than factory farm milk. So I highly recommend checking out what type of dairy products you're getting. And so these are some extremely yummy foods which I just got from the natural food store. Got all kinds of dried veggies, squash chips, carrot chips, okra chips, sweet potato chips, organic currants. These are black chia seeds, and this is black quinoa. Those are really high protein, delicious foods. I'm going to make a list of all these delicious foods. But these are an easy way to save money. You can buy these in bulk, and quinoa is such a nourishing meal. You can get a pound of quinoa for $3, whereas a bag of Doritos or something like that is $3, and that's just crap. It's not nourishing. So that's an example of how packaged food is actually way more expensive than nourishing organic food. And as you can see, this smiley face has a tongue which is full of water. And I actually just bought this container. My goal is to go, I was just out at this community nearby, and they have a stream running through their property that has fresh water from the earth. And I've recently been looking into the science behind fresh spring water. It is so astounding how powerful fresh spring water is for your body. It's electrically charged. So I'm going to take this container and fill up fresh stream water. I'm super excited about that. I also mentioned in the last video how it's also important to have natural other kind of products like dish soap. This is lemon and aloe vera dish soap instead of that artificially colored crap that poisons the earth and poisons our bodies. This is fresh kombucha, which has live cultures in it. It's some of the most powerful healing drink you can imagine, and I've actually been brewing it myself. I intend to continue to brew it. Kombucha is amazing. Life is amazing. L.O.M.Y is the way to go. Local, organic, mindful, yummy. There are so many ways to reconnect with food. It is just so exciting. I've been eating with my bare hands recently. That's really fun. Like just eating a bowl of rice with your bare hands and just reconnecting with the flavors and the textures. eating mindfully is just so amazing. So please check out the links, learn about food, reconnect with food, love food. You are made of food. Every cell in your body is a piece of food, whether it came from your mom or you. Like, you are what you eat. We are what we eat. Shazam. And check out facebook.com/philsideas if you want to connect. I also would love to connect via YouTube, via Skype. Please make a video response if you want. I would love more people to get on YouTube. So, life is beautiful. This is Reconnecting with Food with Philosophical. Peace.